again, Rick Lazio is stepping forward. And if you don't think Rick Lazio can win this race, go ask Tom Downey. He stands uniquely qualified to run this race and run the state of New York. You know, by serving the public and then by stepping out and understanding what it's like to be in the private sector, you know, to pay your bills like everyone else. You know, there's nothing wrong with being a politician, but there is something right about leaving office, learning about how this country works from the average person's perspective. There's no individual that's going to enter this race that has that ability. You know, who better to fix the financial mess in Albany than someone who went into Washington, D.C., in that revolution at that time and started to fix the mess in Washington, D.C. Who better to create jobs and opportunities for New Yorkers? Who better, most importantly, to return the integrity to the New York State Capitol? I am extremely proud, and I know the 10-town leaders and the candidates standing with us today, to endorse the candidacy of Rick Lazio for governor of the state of New York. Former Congressman, I hope, I think you're going to accept our endorsement. Well, I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have so much to be excited about as a Republican Party. Our mission, our message is right, and now the leader for this party is right. Ladies and gentlemen, the next governor of the state of New York, the Honorable Rick Lazio.
I am thrilled to be here. I thank you for your positive, kind, encouraging words. I appreciate your support. I'm humbled by the unanimous support of the Executive Committee of all 10 towns of Suffolk County, representing the people that work hard every day to bring us a voice, a better voice to our government. So thank you, gentlemen, gentleladies, for supporting me on this. We begin this process here in my hometown, in my home county. I couldn't think of a place I'd rather be than be with all of you right now. It is true that we have shared some great victories together. But no person ever does it on their own. And as I look into the crowd, I see all the faces of the people who have brought me the opportunity to serve the people of this district, this legislative district, and this congressional district. And you're going to be the people also that are going to send me to Albany to take back our government. I also want to acknowledge an outstanding group of candidates and public officials that stand here with me right now. And I'm grateful for all their support, for taking time out of their busy campaign schedules to be here with me. Because no one person, again, can do it on their own. We're going to need the support of other people who put their lives on the line, who step forward to become candidates and public officials, to represent your voice, whether it's in town hall or in our county seat or back in Albany, where we need it most, I'd argue. So I thank you so much for being here with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't really have to sell you on this. Our state is in trouble, deep, deep trouble. We're looking at a $38 billion three-year deficit. We pay the highest property taxes, the highest income taxes in the entire nation. The problem, though, is not the people of New York. The problem is the government of New York. We've got some of the smartest, hardest working, most entrepreneurial people in the entire nation, and probably the worst state government in America. We spend too much, we tax too much, and we overreach. Our government's unresponsive, unaccountable, and isn't watching out for our interests. We know we have a government that watches out for the interests of the career politicians in Albany We also know that we have a government that's not watching out for everyday citizens that go to work every day, that pay their bills, and try to raise a family. We're going to change that beginning today. We march forward today on a journey that will restore integrity, bring back jobs, or fiscal integrity back to this great state. There are three things that we need to have as our bedrock principles. I'm going to give you a couple examples also of how we get there, because we need a plan to take to Albany. And there are three basic areas that we need to address. First is getting our fiscal house in order. And that begins with a hard property tax cap. People are struggling with property taxes. We need the discipline that a property tax cap brings. Whether it's people up in Watertown, or people in Buffalo, or people in Islip, or Brookhaven. You've got people on fixed income, and families trying to raise children, and other people trying to get on with their careers, and their businesses, and they're choking because of the property tax burden. And that must end. The second order of business is to begin to look out for our future, for our children. And so one area that's been a very difficult area for New York is contributing to the problems that we have right now are runaway costs in terms of pensions. We need to begin to think thoughtfully about pensions. I am all for providing pensions for people who are public employees and state employees. But the day of the six-figure pension, annual pension payout has got to end because the taxpayers third thing we need to do is to make sure that we devolve more decision-making back to local government. We know where decisions are best made. They're not made in Albany, far away from the TV cameras and news reporters, where they're unaccountable, arrogant, and out of touch. They're best made by people in local government that understand our problems, have history among us, and are frankly among us all the time so we can yell at them when they get it wrong. You guys know that, right? That is the way it's supposed to be, Chairman. That's right. We believe in that. And we're going to begin the process of putting back more of that responsibility, more of that decision-making, and more of that accountability back to local government where it belongs. The second major area that we need to move into and take and embrace is to get back into the job creation business. We need to go play offense on jobs. Where for many years we've been losing this battle to other states down south. You know, New York has been losing more people to other states than any other state in the country for the last 10 years. So people vote every year, they vote with their feet. And why do they move away? Mostly they move away for economic opportunities because they don't have enough jobs here, because their kids are moving away.